How to stop having fear ruin your life. I had a client this morning who's suffering or having trouble with someone called social anxiety. He wants to have a partner, he wants to have a girlfriend, he wants to have friends that he can freely hang out with and have fun with and enjoy, and he imagines that and he's just excited. At the same time, he finds himself not doing anything towards that goal, towards that desire. And he's been telling me the reasons why he's not doing it. He says, well, I go out with friends, what will we talk about? Or, I go out with a woman, what if she doesn't like me? What if she's disappointed with how I look? And I'm seeing all of the reasons he says why he's not doing what he's doing, and I sense something behind it. I sense fear. So I tell him, I get it. He says, do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And I said, that makes perfect sense. But I want to tell you that reading between the lines, I also sense something else. So he's like, okay, what is that? What do you sense? Well, I sense fear. And he looks into himself like, yeah, you're right. There is fear there. Yes. I'm like, yeah. And then he tells me, Daniel, if I was you, if I could do a mind transplant and have your mind instead of my mind, or have someone else's mind, I could freely talk to them. I could freely do it. I could go out. I could be free. Like, oh my God. It sounds like you feel stuck by your personality. Like it's chaining you. He says, yeah. I wish I had a different one. I say, okay. I say, I don't think your personality is the problem. I think it's something else. He says, what? No, but it's my personality who is not allowing me to hang out with people. I keep feeling afraid. I keep avoiding it. I say, okay, I think your personality is just fine. I think in your personality, in your heart, you want to hang out with them and you're more than capable of doing it. So he said, what is it? It's fear. Here's the problem. But ain't I afraid? Like, what can I do? I'm afraid. I don't say, okay, let's do something else here. Let's take a different paradigm. Let's see how fear is ruining your life and how to stop doing that. So this is my invitation to all of you. Let's see how fear is ruining your lives, and let's see how to stop that. Let's see how fear is ruining my life sometimes. Let's see how I stop that. So I tell them, okay, what do I do? Because right now I understand this is happening, but I don't know how to change this. My awareness is not enough. I say, okay. I tell them I see fear, and I drew it. Don't have the drawing here. It's really ugly. So I try to draw it anyway, but it's basically, there's you smiling all happy. I know this is very advanced editing techniques. If you want to learn more about how I draw, you can message me. I will teach you. And then there's fear. And the fear is controlling you, the human. You're being controlled. It's like it has its latches on you. Like it's like those demons in horror movies. It's like they take control of you, and you see like the sweet little girl is suddenly like, wants to eat you. It's like The Exorcist. But you're scared. So I tell them the first thing to be free out of fear. See it as separate. It's talking to you. And you can feel it inside of you. But you're not the one afraid. You can feel it, but it's not you. You can hear its temptations. You can hear the excuses. You can hear it tries to tell you, no, don't do it, but it's not you. So he says, okay, what now? Let's take an example. And he shared with me in that story, he was in a hotel and there was a woman and she looked nice and he wanted to speak to her, but his mind and fear told him, she's not going to like you. It's going to be awkward. you're gonna look weird, then you're gonna be in the same hotel, you're gonna see each other after you hit on her, and that's gonna be awkward, and just don't do that. So we didn't do it. It's like, okay, so the victim, the old victim point of view, which you had until now, was I'm this victim of fear. It's I who am afraid. It's me that is afraid, that can't do it, that can't go anywhere. I'm just stuck this way. I have no free will. I have no free choice. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck with this personality for the next 70, 60 years. Just this horrible, horrible personality. That's it. But now, with this new point of view, he can say this. I saw this beautiful woman, had my beautiful personality. My desire was to speak to her. And then fear came in with a voice of don't do it. And I could feel it. It was strong. Like, don't do it. Let's call him Jack. Don't do it, Jack. Don't do it. She's not gonna like you. She's not interested. It's gonna be awkward. All the reasons why not to do it, all coming from that fear, really. And if you put all your attention on what fear says, it may sound logical, yeah, we're in the same, blah, blah, blah. If you see behind the word, you see it's really fear moving your life. So he says, yeah, I can see that. What now? We'll ask him, well, do you want fear to control your life? He says, no. Okay, so what would you do? He said, I would go talk to her. Okay, so here's the thing. When you see that you're not the one afraid, you suddenly have a choice. You can go left or go right. Left is fear, let's say. Right is not fear. What do you choose? Do you choose yourself? Do you trust yourself or do you trust fear? So that's how you stop having fear control your life. And I told them I don't expect them to not choose fear every time because it takes time. I sometimes choose fear. But more often than not, I practice not choosing fear. I practice choosing myself and trusting myself. And the more I do it, the more I keep doing it, the more freedom I feel, the better I feel. And I told them that's the same for you. You stop choosing fear, you choose your freedom, you choose yourself, the better it will feel. On the other side of fear lies freedom. You want the fear to stop? Go towards freedom. There you go. So he was like, okay, guess that's what we're practicing this week. I tell him, yeah, just do your best. A lot of times you're not even going to notice that fear was the motivation behind not doing something. First thing is the awareness for you all listening. First, you are aware. Okay, fear's talking to me. I feel it. It has all these excuses. Okay, see it one side. Other side, do I want fear to control my life? Okay, no. So, okay. Making the choice. I choose freedom. So you see the fear on one side. See the thing on the other side. So that's the choice. That's the practice. It's a daily practice. There may be faster ways to dismantle fear. But that's really at the heart of it is what you're going to believe. Do you trust yourself or do you trust fear? Hope this has been helpful. Thank you for listening. Lots of love to you. May you choose yourself over fear.